What's important before shoveling is that you always want to warm up for a few minutes. So a few simple exercises that we can do to warm up the shoulders is to just start by bending forward. You can do both arms at the same time. Just make little pendulums for your arms. Go about 30 seconds or so. Switch directions just to loosen up those shoulders right before you shovel. Another good stretch for the low back is just to have yourself kind of bend forward, reach towards your toes, hold for about 10 seconds, come back up. Do that about 5-6 times in a row there. And then just to get the legs moving, march in place a little bit. Do about 10-15 marches in place just to get everything kind of warmed up before you go out and shovel. Now I'll show here's going to be my demonstrator for proper lifting form with shoveling. Biggest things you always want to remember is that you always want to try and push with the shovel. You don't want to try and necessarily lift when possible. There are going to be situations where you do have to lift. Always you want to try and keep the weight low. So if you do have a big pile, take a little bit off the top and then move it. When shoveling, you always want to kind of stay squared up to the snow. So you always want to be facing it. You want to try and put your one hand as close to the blade as comfortable. Make sure you're bending with the back, or not bending with the back, keeping the back straight and bending with the knees. And then when you're lifting, you're using your legs to lift. And then you want to make sure that you pivot. You don't want to twist. Twisting will injure that back there. Other suggestions is just to make sure that as you're going, make sure you take rest breaks every 10 to 15 minutes. If you feel yourself getting tired, take a break. Take a few moments to do some of those stretches that I showed you. Do those pendulum exercises, bend forward, do some marches to warm up. But the biggest thing is you just don't want to get overtired. That'll definitely increase your risk of injury.